outside, you in the crib, but the ball inside. I get it on outside, that's a definite. Cannonball, your shit excellent. Rhyme Barack, rhyme like the president. I remain strong, King Kong with the prevalence. I show you exactly what we do, that's how I represent. Hardcore, Evanston, chain on, hella bit, throwing all black when they spot me like the leopard print. Oh, I got the brazen shades on, made men, cause we put the work to start the earth until they change it. Walk strong, talk heavy, hold my own. You rock solid, well, we about to leave the sword to stone. Nigga, we warriors, hardcore, tracking the pride, and let the Hebrew speak, nigga, general eyes. And we talking super heavy, nigga, that's the surprise. With all scripture, street talk, word to Captain the God, nigga, we blazing, ripping mic with all facts, doing the knowledge to the max. We cracking the pavement. I.S.U.P.K, got the one West Harlem, nigga. You spring forward and they falling like it's Harlem, nigga. Talking to all them niggas born in the mud. If you ain't feeling this, you call them thugging. That's real. Oh, I get the cat tie, war, they not of our kind. I get the order that is handle kind, not the one kind. Without a doubt in my mind, I'm finna stop and recline. Anybody they come against us, they should probably resign. There's a war going on outside. I'm in the safe from. I hate these niggas throwing shots, but can they take some? Christ said, sell out your garments to get a sword now. I'ma go and sell out my photos to get a full man. Damn sure he started the war, but I'm the ending, cause spiritual war could turn condo any minute. I remember riding back in the days, window was tinted, but Salaki, I'm done with that call me shit, I repented. And they bomb-proof the proof every time I'm about to go win it. You ain't know this shit, I live for this truth, and I'ma defend it. And I get my second win just as soon these niggas get winded. It's a war going on outside. War going on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside. From the ducks to the lawn outside. So when the born outside, I catch you practically drawn outside. This is a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This next caliber get better. We all outside. This is a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside. Nobody's safe. This is war out here. If you put me in the streets, you will war out here. See me all suited up and my fall out there. 762, flip your fucking car out here. I'm no burner. I still break the jaw out here. No fear. You scared, get a motherfucking pit. Or sit up in the church, you a motherfucking bitch. I give you in the verse what I give you in eclipse. It's 32 rounds of fire, it never quit. Never a lot of fuckery going down, so what's the purpose? Sick of hanging around these clowns, get out the circus. If you cross that line, then you get lit up. The worst is all black hearses, minute with black curtains. Docs on site with medics and mad nurses. Leave us out your verses. Better go on with that kind of war, ready for that bullshit. Kinda like a matador. Get this kind of focus. You gon' need some Adderall, something just to lock you in behind them padded walls. They say I got some screws loose, and that's true too. Don't let me let them wolves through like it's a full moon. It's like I transform the booth to a war room. Come up with a strategy, maximizing your calories. Courage and King David battling like the Maccabees. Find out who you think that nigga walk to a Hercules. Then proceed to bar his life away rapidly. Take a knee for your majesty, take it to hate it savagely. I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this had to be. Keep you grounded like gravity in the middle of the damage. Horror, I see calamity. Star you up for my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me. Fuck them up in they faculty. They words keep sitting in their mouth and causing cavities. Yeah, it's so cool. Now that you fucking work. Going on outside. You in the crib, but you go outside. I get it on outside. From the dust to the dawn outside. So when I'm going outside, I catch you right when it's drawn outside. Go outside. My school is outside. All outside, this is the ball outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside.
I ain't never seen, when you usually say like that, you gotta at least give me. I ain't never seen no judge, white, black, Chinese, never come down on her. No black man commit no murder. Now we want to sit here and say some shit. Oh, she was black. When nobody wouldn't be a problem.
And you stupid. And why if nobody wouldn't complain? Like it's a black man and woman who commits a crime needs that compassion because nobody.
We ain't never got that compassion.
Exactly, we ain't never got the compassion. So yes, for you to actually. That's right. So.
I want to say some shit.
That's the key word.
Slapping tears and crying. Trying to get some sympathy points, man. That bitch need to get smacked.
One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the depth till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the depth till they bury me. I be one West to the depth till they bury me. They ain't scaring me from the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar like you listening. Hit your heart right and let it start me significant. Getting dividends so we start getting ignorant. I be on the soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nominated domino. So what the fuck you trying to do? Rhyming comical. This is funny until I'm on it. Bring apocalypse to the pussy niggas. Popping shit. Keep my all stars. I coach them up like a Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way your rhyming is and regurgitate for the audience. It's all the fun. It's the competition is fraudulent. From the era when it's smoking up like a politics. Flow been stupid. Shit got to retard the sense. All the dominance. One West rising the prominent. Cause I be one West to the depth to they bury me. I'm one West to they bury me. I be one West to the depth to they bury me. I'm one West to they bury me. I be one West to the depth to they bury me. I'm one West to they bury me. I be one West to the depth to they bury me. I'm one West to they bury me. They wanna keep it quiet, you my maneuvers, but I rhyme like I got roof by maneuver. Rhymes hard like they been used by Medusa. 9 million losers, 17 in the room. Only need a few to fill up your medulla. I got a regatta, niggas wildin' when every dollar. They rhyme like a dollar, let the semi holler. A showstoppers in the stoppers in the teeny boppers. But now I'm going up with all the dreams on the vodka. I put his tensions on the clock, mind about the chopper. The score heavy, already in the work of mama. No marijuana, say I got the loud silence on it. When I'm on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitters and writers, but when they ain't so better if we get to the side around the team. And I had a nigga still like a tire, and a deep. And I'm still focused on paper. Every ball burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Who's big nighter? When it comes to the house,
They even have a press conference on this one more point. They're like, well, we want them to do it for us. You know that? And it was a big group of black people forgiving this white boy. You know, I forgot what the white boy did, but he did something messed up. He just apologized.
The sad part about it is gonna be the women that
It was just a press conference.
it's gonna be a whole bunch of women too that's trying to protect these guys. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people that have ambitions.
And that's how it be.
That's why they get a so much power and so much opportunity to succeed, and they leave us in the background. Because you know, the woman is going to be the one that's protecting their ass.
I ain't at the bottom of the devil. Still landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. We seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the bottom of the devil. I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them feeling. And then they try to show you, make sure that you leave leaking. He said, I'ma hold you down when problems pop up. How you got me moving this dope? Want me in lock up? He said, don't you want the best vertical with the top gun? The plug from by the block up. I hate it, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. Back, he ain't looking too good. He's kind of slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck into his bundle, but the 6 hour tips in his legs would make me crumble. Said the feds took it all, right back in the hood. I see you try to play me, you gave us crack in the 80s. Made us support our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's going to take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but can't raise them. Just to get their head at the cloud so you don't face it. No, you can dead. No, devil next trial. So until we meet again, I ain't at the dot of the devil. Still landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high, it was the devil.
Like, I don't care how many black men are doing this.
I ain't at the dot of the devil. I ain't religious. We be getting fucked up to the side like a business. Police patrol the why because prison became a business. They murder one of us, they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. This shit ain't hell, dog. When we was all lives matter, when they took Osama, there was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs, saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die martyrs. Some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. But tell me, don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Chicago. I changed my life, and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night, I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. Got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke no push pills, I gave up my fight. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboys life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboys twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. Came through my baby's fire with chicken and rice. Shit's straight, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ash Trayvon, Mike Brown, like Hot Girl, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Commander Open, Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high, it was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. Said I pray to die every devil.
I'm just saying what you've been playing so far. Acts 17:5.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a jazz beat.
I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the
Yeah. How about y'all SHALAM and dog? Mom, y'all SHALAM. Mom, y'all SHALAM. What's up? What's up? Acts 17:5. Only the evil down with people, we ain't equal. May the Lord slay the evil. Hey, Jacob, my people, we got evil trying to beat them. May the Lord take his wings away. A little wine, need my mind, may Yahweh help the blind see another day. So don't be foolish to the movement, cause it's proven we the truest in the U.K. And if I fall my eyes with my heart's my conscience, my heart's inside this night. I'm like Paul, they plotting when I talk of prophets, Acts 17:5. The Lord can do it. He mad and said about that swag, man. You need to read that nigga some scriptures. Read him a few scriptures on the swine, nigga. They ain't gonna know it's unclean. Why? No Christians allowed. No Christians allowed. Hey, I be sipping on my sorrow. You fuck over me today, well I can fuck with you tomorrow. Pay no mind and I can borrow. I will spread that U.P.K. Tell them devils for my sorrow. Try to rob me for my check, nigga. Then I break them laws, you know that's stabbing, nigga. What if the Lord took you out your flesh, nigga? Hey, fucking way, I can shoot your last, nigga. In the belly of the beast, I am all about my butter. Got the jelly with the wheat. Niggas know it ain't sweet though. Like a piece of roll, you can feel the heat though. Young Dooley that'll cause me to ski though. I'm sliding on them cold as a Minnesota winter. I survive it on them like the Eskimos. Yes, you know the natives be the brothers. Shout out to the Haitians, we above them because we about to be the nation, motherfucker. Every time I got them on, I got them hating, motherfucker. I don't put no products on, that's that devil wear. Every time you see me with that metal voice, amber clip, strong like electric chair. Niggas feel like fire, niggas getting shot when I talk what they desire. But everything was prior, the prophecies is coming out. Them niggas get to running when the truckers get to drumming out. Why? I be sipping on my sorrow. You fuck up with me today, well I can fuck with you tomorrow. Pay no mind and I can borrow. I will spread that U.P.K. Tell them devils for my sorrow. Try to rob me for my check, nigga. Then I break them laws, you know that's stabbing, nigga. What if the Lord took you out your flesh, nigga? Fucking with them prophets, you get less, nigga. Trying to do what a motherfucking prophet do. Why you trying to stop the dude? If this is not the truth, would I die for a lie? Hell nah, I never do. I'ma die for the truth. This is what I'm telling you. Hoping that your mind bulletproof for what they telling you. Hoping you ain't buying all the lies they been telling you. Never do all the fucking faggot shit they never do. Bet they run when the news come like the weapon do. We on the grind trying to help these Jews find they mind. They know like Jews, but we still gon' shine. Our brothers gon' lock up. All they doing is sign. I can't wait until the devil gotta pay for his crimes. Hey, I be sipping on my sorrow. You fuck over me today, but I can fuck with you tomorrow. Pay no mind and I can borrow. I will spread that U.P.K. Tell them devils for my sorrow. Try to rob me for my check, nigga. Then I break them laws, you know that's stabbing, nigga. What if the Lord took you out your flesh, nigga? Fucking with them prophets, you get less,
nigga. What's the Cali group?
So,
You said that was from Cali?
he's now in Cali. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Yes, sir.
We go ahead and stop that real quick. All right. Let's see. So,
You guys do bar mitzvahs too? You guys do bar mitzvahs too? You laugh. I'm just saying, when you write a passage when you turn 13 or whatever.
nah. But we about to get started. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Sure. All right, clap it up. All right, Shalom. Yahweh Shalom Shah Rakathan to all my brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar. Rakathan Bashim Al Shah to all my sisters. It's I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis with the law class. Just filling in for priest and officer for Das Ayan for the time being. Today we are going to get into a little bit about the law, of course. The law class is very important, you know, because every week that we teach about, you know, what the Bible says, pretty much how to conduct our life, because that's what the laws do. Everybody should know the definition of what a law, statute, and commandment is, right? See what I'm saying? It's very much like you think about the laws today. You get penalized if you violate or break the law. See what I'm saying? It's called probation. It's called, you know, you got a sentence, you get a punishment. See what I'm saying? More than anything, I really want to touch on a little bit as far as, what's that devil's name? Her name is Aubrey. You know, Audrey,
Geiger, yes.
say it again.
Geiger, I think.
Geiger.
Yeah.
Something like that. That devil that got 10 years, right? I want to talk about the law for a little bit. See what I'm saying? Concerning her. Now, we know that it's very likely that there's 2 million black men in the prison system right now. But there's less devils in the prison systems. It should be more of them, you see what I'm saying, incarcerated versus our own people. Because they commit much more crimes than we do.
Right.
Remind you, there are many of us in the prison system that are locked up falsely accused. That's what Isaiah said, that a lot of us would be falsely accused and locked in prison homes, which is a prison system. And we're behind bars. Recently, a man just got out of jail and he got paid $75, and he's been in there for almost 35 years. You saw that? See what I'm saying? That's hell. See what I'm saying? This man didn't break no laws. See what I'm saying? But he got accused of something that he did not do. What?
Isn't the $75 the standard of what you get when you get released from prison? Like, don't they give you like a little small couple of dollars to get on the bus and get something?
Well, yeah, but I don't know about $75.
Right, yeah.
But it doesn't matter too much about the money.
Right.
But it's very disrespectful.
It was highly disrespectful.
You see what I'm saying? Like, very much like how the cops don't get judged by the law when they kill Black and Hispanics. They get paid, what is it?
Administrative leave.
Huh?
Administrative
yes,
leave.
Administrative leave. See what I'm saying? Paid leave. There you go. That's what I was looking for. They get paid leave. They don't get, judged by the law. They get justified by it. You see what I'm saying? And, in the meantime, we get, the horrible punishment, even when we are dead. When Mike Brown was dead, they said that he robbed the store. It was justified that he got killed. They said Trayvon Martin, like, they cannot find anything on Trayvon Martin. They said that this man right here, he was smoking weed. We found pictures in his phone. He's smoking weed, and he got into a fight in 5th grade. How you gonna try to use these things to penalize someone that's dead? That's weak. What?
That's like something they do versus every Black man they arrest or kill.
Right.
They try to dig up some dirt from years of the past, or
right.
use this and use that.
Right.
And then when a white person do the same crime, they say, "Oh, he was such an angel. He was a church Christian, and he's the babysit. Yeah, he's the babysit, and he's mentally ill.
Yeah. Or he's a lone wolf.
He a lone wolf. Yeah.
It's like they do that to demonize us, so it take away the.
It makes them seem right, justified.
Like it justifies them for killing us. But then when the shoot on the foot, they want some remorse for if one of these little devils go up in the school and shoot everybody up.
Right, and now also too, there's been I believe recently a couple of shootings that's been happening with white people, and the news is going crazy. Like, how did this happen? Why does this happen? We're investigating this. This cop might get fired. It's like you guys are so quick to throw the book at them when they kill their own. When it comes to them killing us, it's okay. Don't worry about it. See what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right. You're gonna get off. See what I'm saying? It was a little tragedy, but this cop did fear for his life.
Right. But I'm not trying to make any excuses, but have they started showing any sympathy for killing brothers and sisters?
Of course
they would have. I'm just saying, if they would awake a sleeping giant, Black people, I believe would be able to unite if they believe that they were human beings. They're not shown that we're being human beings in the media right now.
Wait, you talking about Black people?
Black people are not being shown that they're human beings, so they have no reason to believe they're human beings and wake up and unite and try to overthrow the oppressive system.
I'm gonna tell you what, no matter what you do, as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, this devil will never look at you as something as far as being superior over them.
Okay.
They will always look at you the same as an animal. That's why no matter how rich, no matter how successful you are, even those Black and Hispanic people in the entertainment system that's doing a decent job, that's not throwing us underneath the bus, that's not disrespecting or destroying our reputation, or at least not trying to, even they get looked at as a piece of garbage.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? How many times we heard these football players, coaches, and the people that write them checks. Donald, what is it? It's Donald Glover and Donald Sterling. Donald Sterling. What did he say about his teammates? I mean, it's about the team, but mostly it was targeted by a certain race.
He called them a whole bunch of stupid niggers, and what he said though, that even though he called them a bunch of stupid niggas, he was talking about Magic Johnson too. He was talking about how Magic Johnson liked to go up and kiss white people ass all the time. Like he said something like, Magic Johnson don't care about his people the way I care about my people, because if my people was out there poor, we would come together and we would fix them. He don't care about his people because he's too busy trying to play golf with me. And the devil was right.
And he was right.
He's right.
He was.
I was trying to find out, like, where you going with this? He wasn't trying to say he was wrong for that. He's like, yeah, the devil was right. They are so stupid.
It's terrible that your own oppressor has to tell you.
Yeah, you're right. And they wait for the white people to tell them what's good and what's bad. They wait for it.
Right. It's cool, just a bunch of coons. You see what I'm saying? Uncle Times. But moral of the story is, with, I always like to say law, statutes, commandments. It's very important to push that out there, because with the laws, it's going to teach you morality. It's going to teach you humane things. Now, we know, of course, our oppressors, our enemies, our enemies don't have morals. As you see, they, first of all, these devils are, you are the target practice every goddamn day. Right. It's one thing that they go out and hunt every goddamn thing out there, including insects. They hunt everything, including niggas. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? You are the ones that's being hunted down. But I'm telling you, I'm telling you, with the law, statutes, commandments, with the stories that are in the Bible, when we came together in unity as Black, Hispanics, and Natives, we were not able to be touched by our enemies. And it came to a point where, sorry, y'all open that door. It came to a point where, like the heathens knew that if they don't have their God, the God of Israel, that's when we can overthrow them. That's when we have the upper hand on them. Because now they're touchable. Now we can kill them and get away with it. But there will be a point in time where it's not going to be allowed. It's not going to happen. The Black and Hispanic people need to know what to do in these days and times. The law can fix everything. The law, statutes, and commandments can fix every problem that there is in our communities. It can fix the argument between you and your mother. It can fix, the Black on Black crime in our communities. It's funny because a lot of white people get on the stage and say that they're trying to clean the streets up. No, they're not trying to clean anything up. They want more bloodshed and violence. The more that we kill each other, the more that we are distracted, the more that they can keep running this kingdom without no problems. Because if Black and Hispanic people were not on this earth, see what I'm saying? This whole place would fall down and crumbles in pieces, right? Now, with the law, statutes, and commandments, it can get you the kingdom of heaven. The law, statutes, and commandments can really govern a people to be a nation and a lawful people. Like when Christ comes back, this whole earth will be transformed and completely different. It's going to damn near be unbelievable what you will see, because you won't see no more violence. You won't see, you see what I'm saying, the hell and poverty that's going on today. Like I smile and rejoice every time I see one of my enemies on the streets begging for money and change. Right. Do I have sympathy? Not one. That's right. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Go ahead.
I think that's a privilege bag like that. Like there's no reason for sympathy.
Yeah, I ain't got no sympathy for none of them. See what I'm saying? My sympathy lies between my nation. You see what I'm saying? Like we need to learn how to separate in many different ways. And with the law, statutes, and commandments was so great, your God, see what I'm saying? The Most High, He gave you the law, statutes, and commandments, but He didn't give Massa it. And Massa tried to follow it. The other heathens, they try to follow it best way that they can, but the Most High is not dealing with them. That's why they always go off. They getting killed in the Muslim mosque, right? You know what I'm saying? Being a Muslim ain't save a nigga. It actually harmed a nigga. Being a Christian, Goddamn surprised there are still black Christians around.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I mean, do you see what's going on in churches? Like everybody should have known, like before Dylan Roof even came around and did what he did, right? Everybody should have looked at that story that happened in the civil rights movement when those girls got killed in the church by that bomb. See what I'm saying? That should have woke up a lot of people. It's more than that. White people down south burning down black churches, telling them to get out of the city. You are not welcome here. Like everybody needs to understand how powerful this book is. You know, the next ignorant person that tells you, right? That tells you that book right there in your hand is a white man's book. Tell them, show me. Tell them last time I said, then what book should we be following? What religion, so-called religion, should we be following? What is the ways to the Most High? See what I'm saying? What is the ways to the Most High? If you got all the answers, see what I'm saying? Like how Kanye West said, you ain't got the answers, Sway. You see what I'm saying? If you got all the answers, show me. If you can show me where I need to be and how I should live my life according to God, I'll follow you with no pride, with no problem. But if you can't show me that by your actions, I don't want to hear that. You can kill all that noise because it's garbage. These laws, statutes, commandments has fixed the grimiest niggas on the face of the earth.
Right.
These laws, statutes, commandments has fixed whores' lives.
Right.
Women that are not whores anymore. They are wives to a husband. See what I'm saying? To a man, a real man. And he ain't no homosexual.
Right.
And I.S.U.P.K, hey, these brothers and sisters that came in here, they have hard walks of life. Stories that will put you in tears. See what I'm saying? Stories that will make you contemplate and think about your life, right. How you should change, how you should, correct yourself. This Bible ain't no joke, man. How's it that so many people, I'm gonna elaborate just for a little bit more. How's it that an organization such as this one has been so successful since 1969? Ain't no damn blemishes over here. Absolutely perfect. And if someone is causing disruption, they will be removed because this reputation has to be clean and strong and perfected. The foundation has to stay strong. We ain't no Christians in here.
All right.
We follow all the laws, statutes, and commandments according to the Bible. Now, a lot of people tell you that, what about the laws of the land? They plagiarize our laws.
Right.
We know how to serve our God better than they do. Go ahead.
That's why they call it the judicial system, because they basically got it out the Bible.
There you go. There you go. See what I'm saying? Still, give me 1 second. What I want you to get man. Get Isaiah 33 and 22. No, so actually get Psalms 149 and 19. Is it 149 or 147, 19? It talks about how Most High gave Jacob the laws. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's 149, 19 to 20. Either 147 or 149.
It's 147.
Come, you go ahead and read that out.
Come. The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word to Jacob.
He do what?
He showeth his word to Jacob.
Now, this is King David who was speaking. He showeth his word unto Jacob. Jacob was our forefather, a great man, who put in work our father. See what I'm saying? And in Hebrew, it's Abba. Abba, who is our father. Jacob, Yahweh. Okay, keep going.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Now, what is a law? Give me a definition of what a law is. See what I'm saying? You swallow. No, you're fine. Go ahead. What is a law?
A law is a command, something that you have to keep.
Okay. Okay. Close. Go ahead.
Law is a rule, a stated rule.
It's a stated rule. Come. But now, Siddharth, what is a commandment?
Order.
An order. What is a statute?
Statute is like the penalty for breaking the order. A statute is like the statute is like.
That's what. You go ahead. You good?
I'm trying to
Okay,
figure out
okay.
the words.
Okay.
Yeah, the statute is like a different, like a law, basically. It's
Okay. 1 second. Go ahead.
Is it something that's been like
Okay, I like that answer. Yeah, go ahead.
So I think the statute is a set of standards by like, we have these rules, and if you break these rules, this is what we do to you.
Right. So a law, statute, commandment, they all play hand in hand. And the judgment falls all in line with the law, statute, and commandment. You know what I mean? I don't want to confuse y'all, but you got to break it down, because a lot of people don't know what a law, statute, commandment is. Some people don't know how to keep it. You know what I mean? You might hear about it. It's one thing to hear about it, but you might not know how to keep it. It's like, you're on a job. You see what I'm saying? You know what type of job you will be working, but you don't know all the criteria. You don't know all the qualifications of it. See what I'm saying? I think criteria is a better word.
Statute.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. See what I'm saying? You got to learn, like, give me a job that you have to learn something on. Like, give me a good, popular job.
Flipping bird.
Everybody can't cook. You see what I'm saying? There are laws on how to cook. And that's funny you say that, because we have dietary laws, right? And that's Leviticus 11th chapter on what you have to eat or what you should eat, what is clean and what is not clean. See what I'm saying? That goes into the quarantine of things as well as you get later into the chapters. Like everything is not food. And I look at heathens all the time when they, master chefs and all that. Gordon Ramsay, I'm just like, that is not duck, that's certain duck or that shrimp, that's not food. See what I'm saying? That's absolutely trash. Like you make something out of nothing and you call it food. Now it's food. It's not, man. But more the point is, with these laws, statutes, and commandments, we have to live our lives separately. And we are completely different and separate. That's why people always ask this questions like, what's this you got going on? You say you don't mess with whores. Like, bro, like everybody's messing with whores. You don't like lesbians. What? That's crazy, man. See what I'm saying? You ain't going to the strip club, you ain't smoking. Like everybody smokes. Everybody likes to get high, everybody likes to do wild, exotic, wicked things. That's something that we cannot do. Because we have laws. And people think that you can't live life without it. Life is perfect with this Bible. You can still be Judah, Benjamin, Levi. You can still have your flavor, have your game, all that, man. You can still have a lot of things, but everything has to be in what? Decency and order. See what I'm saying? Everything has to be in decency and order. You can't live your life lawlessly because you did it already. And it got you nowhere but in hell and in trouble. You want to say something?
I was just going to say, gotta be lawful and legal.
Right, got to keep it lawful and legal. You see what I'm saying? Lawful and legal. He laughing over there. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep it lawful and legal. All right? Throughout, I appreciate that. Can you read that one more time?
Psalms chapter 147, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
He showed his word unto Jacob.
He does what?
He showed his word unto Jacob.
He showeth his word unto Jacob. Meaning the Most High has given us this Bible that unlocks many mysteries and secrets. See what I'm saying? There are many things that we know that nobody else knows. That's why we have to teach them. Like, for example, in 2019, believe it or not, actually, somebody tell me, what is what is something that you think everybody should know, but they don't know concerning the Bible? That to you, it might be very obvious, but it's not to everybody else. And it bugs me because I think about it, I'm just like, but then again, I think to myself, like, they are in the world. So I'm like, you know what? You got to teach them. They are children. Go ahead.
Curses?
Yes, and yes, yeah, that's one of them.
Jesus, is a black man.
See, give him a hand. Yeah, give him a hand. Yeah, like it's crazy. I think about that. Like, how don't you know that he is a black man? Go ahead.
And Salaki, that's the craziest thing about it, though. It's in the back of their head, he a black man, because they tell you, oh, he got hair like wool and skin like bronze, but when they say the word Jesus, they think of a white man.
Right.
That's how so much brainwash we is.
Right. It's it's Caesar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Caesar Borgia.
Right. Exactly. See what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It's like, and then better yet, the same people that be having those black paintings, lusting all over that black Jesus, he all muscular, shirtless, and everything like that. Like, I see black women all the time. They got that black Jesus up where he just chilling like this. He's chilling like this. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. They're like, oh yeah, sexy Jesus. Like, I just be like, it's crazy. But then again, at the same time, they think he's white. You know what I mean? Open that door. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Okay? You see what I'm saying? You want to take this? All right. So, like, with that being said, that's my time. I'm with outside young. You know, man.
Hey man, now what happened? That looks so super funny.
No, I was talking about the whole perception of, like how black people, as far as the thing that they should know is that Christ is black. You know what I'm saying? To the point where black women have, a sexy Jesus painting all over their wall. But at the same time, in church, they praising the Caesar. But yeah, they dropping in low for Caesar too.
You talking about that Hebrew Christian like church got a sexy Jesus picture too. You
Yeah, right.
Too. Jesus with the oily pecs. You know something about that? Yeah, man.
Yeah, they just show like this shirtless, muscular, everything.
That's how you know it's homosexuality all through that group. He said like, I ain't never thought about Jesus as sex. Having oily pecs. Like anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know. There's a lot of homosexuality running around through that place. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no coincidence that you know what I'm saying, that one of their members is the one who had to shoot a transvestite in the face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of what they was doing. Like you messing around, come on, man. Brother can tell all type of stuff. You can point out anything, but you couldn't tell that was a man.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no coincidence. Like the people who have the sexy Jesus also got members messing with transvestites. I don't think it's a, you know what I mean?
It's a lot. It's a lot. Another thing is too, Captain Shots found a video of that group. You know what I mean? The purple faggots running around in like a gymnasium, shirtless, chasing each other around. Somebody was sitting there recording, and this is like probably 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So like, but all that purple and running around naked, that's what the Romans used to do, though.
Exactly.
That's exactly what the Romans used to do. Wrestle each other, wear purple, and get naked.
And that's what that Greek, that's why they like wrestling. That's why they naked wrestling. Because the Olympics, they used to have to do it naked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They used to do it naked, but they didn't. They said, okay, I guess we got to put on some clothes. So they went and got the thinnest clothes to make it fine. Go ahead. Which one?
Oh, God.
It was that.
You said Bum Sean?
Oh, you talking about the Greeks?
It was that.
It was the Greeks? You talking about the Jews?
No, these is fake Israelite groups.
And they were jumping their bums out.
Yeah, I saw that video. I thought they were cute dogs.
Yeah.
I thought they were cute dogs.
I don't know about that. I don't remember the video. I'm not 100% sure. I know the Q dogs do wear purple.
Yeah.
That Greek fraternity.
Yeah.
They wear purple too, but I believe that. I'm not 100% sure which. Is it for sure the guarantee that this?
That's Captain Shot posted it.
He said, okay. He said that was the.
Yeah, he said,
the
title.
Okay, so it was them big.
I'm telling you, this video was like in HD. You saw it?
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember the.
I don't see the shirt. I remember them.
Yeah.
I remember that part. I ain't jumping around here. I saw that. That was not cool.
Yeah.
So that's 100% there. Yeah, especially if like you said, Cap brought that out. And so yeah, that was them. So it ain't no coincidence, man. And that's why it ain't no coincidence that a woman wound up being murdered in their group. Because homosexuals actually hate women. You know what I'm saying? They don't like women, they envy women. You know what I'm saying? And so you know what I'm saying? So they really don't like women at all. And so, it's not a coincidence that's what's going on in that whorehouse. Yeah. So yeah, man. But if anybody, like I said, if anybody got any questions at all, just raise your hand. Anybody online, you know what I'm saying, you can type your questions in. And we'll get to them today. Go ahead, brother.
No, it's demonstrating that I understood. So.
Oh, okay. Understood. All right, man. Well, I did have a couple of questions that I was going to address in the class that came up. This is the one that we were going to get into the chariot scriptures. You know what I'm saying? The sister was saying that she, had some questions about the chariots, and you know what I'm saying, and about what the scriptures kind of say about chariots. And we believe, like the world calls them unidentified flying objects, and UFOs. But we know that they are those objects are in the scriptures. Chariots are in the scriptures. We sung about a long time ago, the old spiritual swing low, sweet chariot. You know what I mean? So this is we've been known about the chariots for over 400 years. It's been a thing our people have been known about. All right. And so we're just gonna get some scriptures on the chariots. And if y'all could, man, everybody share the class, man, push this truth. For everybody listening, man, if you ain't paid your tithes, man, make sure you go to I.S.U.P.K.com and pay your tithes. All right, 10% of any increase in earning that you receive, give to the man of the Lord. Man, we out here really doing this work, and we actually look out for our people. You know what I'm saying? You go to the Christian church, you can pay them all your tithes. You go to them for some help, they're gonna tell you to talk to Jesus. Go see Jesus about that rent. You know what I'm saying? And here, you know what I'm saying, Commander General YAHANNA, you know what I'm saying, he looks out for brothers and sisters with everything that he got. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it firsthand, you know what I'm saying? It's all through the truth. I've heard all the stories, and like I said, but firsthand I've seen it myself that, this is the you know what I'm saying, the home of the truth. You know what I'm saying? Where the real priests and prophets of the Lord dwells here. And the brotherhood and the sisterhood in this place is amazing. That's the foundation, man. And you ain't gonna find that nowhere else. Okay. But so yeah, we're gonna get it, man. Make sure you share the class. I'm gonna share it real quick. We're gonna go if we ain't got no questions right now, we're gonna get straight into going to some of these chariot scriptures, man. Just so to get some understanding, because chariots is definitely in the Bible. Let's go first to Zechariah 5. Zechariah 5, we'll go to first.
King James Version?
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Yep, Zechariah in the New Testament.
New Testament, Zechariah?
Yeah. Zechariah chapter 5. Let me get there with y'all. All right, you got it, brother?
Okay.
All right,
Book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 1. When I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked.
And with these chariot scriptures, these are some more of the some of the what we call the U.P.K, I.S.U.P.K bedrock scriptures. All right, scriptures that you get them down, go ahead and take them in your notes. You want to have them. They the foundation U.P.K bedrock scriptures is what we call them in here. All right, so keep going. So start over.
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe. Verse 2. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe.
Right. So, and it's funny because, they read these real, because a lot of the technology now, especially the old spaceship, where you would see them be like a circle space, circle spaceship, a roll. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the broadness thereof was 10 cubits. Verse 3. Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
What do you think that means when they said when he was talking to this angel, and he told him, this is the curse that goes forth over the whole earth, is it?
Okay.
What do you think that means? Give it a shot, anybody. So let's look on my pocket. Go ahead.
It sound like this, like what he described in this object is the thing that goes around the earth that causes things that go good or bad.
You want it? That's you write down. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't get into it. Anybody else want to try to give it a shot? Because it kind of says it in the scripture as well. Okay, read it from that spot again, from the top of it.
This said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off on this side according to it.
Right. So that's for everybody. So you write there on it. You know what I'm saying? To allow things to be good or bad, or anything that's wrong going on in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's happening, any plagues that's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's the angels and the chariots that are causing that to happen. The Lord says, since the beginning, remember, even when he went into Egypt and killed the firstborn, he sent that death angel through that to do that. Go ahead.
So the flying roll is scripture, right? Not a UFO. Like, what is it? Because to me, when he says a flying roll, and then he says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. So this side, according to this side of a roll, which has the commandment or statute, and then anyone who sweareth will be cut off according to another side, which is another statute.
No,
That's what I see. What is this roll?
Yeah, that roll. That's what we're talking about. That's the flying roll. That is what the so-called UFO, but we call them the chariots. That is the chariot, the roll. We gonna get some more. You will get the precepts. It's gonna talk about the roll within a roll. You know what I mean? A wheel within a wheel. It's gonna break it all down. All right. Keep going.
And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
He said everyone that stealeth first.
Right.
Okay. So everyone that stealeth. What is that talking about? Everyone that stealeth what? What is that speaking of? You had your hand up? Everyone that stealeth, what?
Someone that takes something from somebody?
Right. Everyone that stealeth, who would have been robbed of everything. We, the so-called black Hispanic, that our oppressors have taken everything from them. Those people who steal, and not just them, it's everybody. Go ahead.
So when they say those that steal, it's about the black
Yeah, the oppressor who's stolen everything from even our people, because our people going to be destroyed as well, because the wages of sin is death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt not steal it. We know that is a sin. Thou shalt not steal. Okay, so everybody who's stealing, but we know who's been stripped of everything: culture, identity. You know what I'm saying? Language, everything. You know what I'm saying? We've been stripped and everything is stolen from us. All right, keep going.
Verse 4. I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
Of the who?
Of the thief.
That's what I said. It's going to enter into their house. Keep going.
And into the house of him that swear falsely by my name.
What is that talking about? him that swears falsely by my name. Go ahead.
Someone that says,
Like I swear to God. That's on it. On it. Go ahead.
Someone
Tell me your
bears
name again,
false-
bro.
I'm Jacques, sir.
Jacques. Go ahead.
Someone who bears false witness.
Bears false witness. That, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little bit more. Bring it. Bears false witness.
So someone who, you know, basically a false prophet or someone who claims to be, like this instance, I.S.U.P.K, you know, but he's running around grabbing his butt cheeks. You know? So
That's how you I see.
I'm sorry.
We are not affiliated.
But somebody who, you know, faking the funk, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who false flag, you know what I'm saying, not represents right, you know, swears that he's real, but he's not, you know?
That's right on it. That's right on it. Go ahead.
It's like, it sounded like first thing that popped up in my head was like they run around and tell you God is white, Jesus is white. That's being false witness on God, the Lord's name.
Right. And all those is right. You know what I'm saying? But another thing is the one that swears that who can bring me down? Who gonna destroy me? The Lord can't destroy me. You know what I'm saying? You know how over like in Obadiah 1 and 3. You know what I'm saying? You can grab it real quick, that precept. Somebody who swears like, you know, they can't, I swear ain't nobody gonna take me off. You know how the white man, they know who can destroy me, who gonna take me down. The Lord ain't gonna do, I can't be stopped. The Lord ain't gonna do nothing to me for none of this. Yeah, that swears that the day to day. You know, you heard the thing like, oh man, he swear he the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that saying that that's kind of how we said, but that's more along the line. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You was gonna say something?
No, it's just like when people be like, ain't no God, I'm God type
Right.
of situation.
You know, you swear by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You swear that you are, you know what I'm saying, the end all be all, that the Lord ain't gonna destroy you for the wickedness that you committed in this earth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right. You know what I'm saying? They habitation, they're gonna be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna bring me down? Who gonna stop me from being this wicked person? You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, to hit on your point, the false teachers who tell you that the law is done away with. You know, you swear that you talking about that you don't got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That ain't according to the Lord. The Lord ain't, you know what I'm saying, sent Christ down here to die so you can be a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord died, so you can gracefully blow rods. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't not what that was talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have an opportunity to stop. You have a grace period to get yourself together. That's what they were talking about. You ain't, you know, the Christians tell you we under grace. We can eat what we want. We can do what we want. I ain't never, but you let your bank call and tell you got a grace period to pay this account up. You got a grace period. What, you gonna keep running the account up, or are you gonna stop what you're doing to get that account together?
Right.
Or it's gonna be cut off. You know what I'm saying? That's what a grace period is. A time to get yourself right. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Then enter into the house of them that swear falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof.
Right. Okay, now we can, so it's gonna tear down everything. It's gonna remain in his house. It's gonna tear down the stones and the house. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna destroy him and all they skyscrapers, all they, you know what I'm saying, they things that they use to glorify themselves as God. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna tear their heaven down, or what, the stones and everything with it. All right. Let's go to the next, let's go to Ezekiel real quick. Ezekiel 1 and 16.
Oh God.
Ezekiel 1 and 16. And if you wanted to, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, let's go. We'll stick right here. Ezekiel 1 and 16.
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 16.
Hold on, Salaki. Let me get over there with you back, Salaki.
Read through 1:16.
Mhm. Yeah. There we go. All right.
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 16. The appearance of the wheels and the works was like unto the color of a beryl.
Color of a barrel, that's that like that green, like a kind of green color. Okay, keep going.
And they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it was a wheel in the middle of a wheel.
So this is talking about that same the wheel in the middle of a wheel. Okay, that same contraption, that same thing, a wheel within a wheel. I don't know, I seen it. One of them show, I don't know what show it was, but they had the wheel, then they had the thing like kind of whipping around, and they had did it. You could tell that they got it straight out of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? How they made that in that movie. Go ahead.
Like just reading this, it just reminded me of that movie Independence Day.
Yeah.
Even when they do make movies about spaceships, they make it like a wheel, like and then they got the inside of another little wheel, like a little spear or something like that. That's how they make it. That's how you know they've been reading the Bible.
Right. No, you ain't lying. All right. Go ahead, you keep going.
Verse 17. And when they went upon their four sides, and they turned, not when they went.
Not when they went.
That's right. Not when they went.
All right. So that's just a little extra on the wheel within the wheel. Let's talk about a little bit more when they talk about the chariots. Go to Isaiah 66 and 15. Isaiah 66 and 15.
Is that 6 and 15?
66,
66?
Mm-hmm. 66 and 15.
Look at Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord would come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
So that's where that word, the chariots. You know what I'm saying? That word that's been what people know, they knew it was going to come from above. Even in the old people, they said swing low, sweet chariot. You know what I'm saying? Because that means it was up high. They knew it was going to be coming from the sky. It was a contraption that was hot. It was cold up there. All right, keep going.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword.
And that's how people remember them Christians, they teach you about the rapture like it was going to be just such this beautiful day when the Lord comes to take people up in the chariots and all that thing. It ain't going to be, it's going to be a day of destruction. A lot of people are going to die that day. A lot of your friends and family members, it's going to be destroyed that day.
Right.
Good.
I think I heard only a third of the Israelites to be left.
Right. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And that means even 2/3 of the Israelites
are going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a sad time. It's going to be glorious at the same time because the brothers who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, the system that are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, it's going to be a glorious time. Even for the ones that's not, even for the ones, because they're going to come back again, but this time when they come back, they're going to come back in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, it's going to be a sad time, but, because your loved ones that's right there with you ain't going to make it. But the glorious thing is, this hell that we in will be over at that time, and we're going to rule forever. That's the end of our suffering, the end of our captivity, and that's the absolute last captivity thus says the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And we get to rule over this earth forever. So your loved ones will be back, and they're going to come back in the kingdom. Hey, stop being mean over there. All right, keep going. Is that even on 17?
No, I think it's 16.
16, all right, go ahead.
For by fire and By his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
He do what?
Plead with all flesh.
That's how the Lord gonna plead with you. Like right now is your grace time. You know what I'm saying? That's how he gonna plead with you with the sword. Like he told you already. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So, you know, oh no, that's right though. You know, the Lord gonna plead with you with the sword. All right? Keep going.
And with the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Shall be what?
Shall be many.
Like you just said, it's gonna be a sad time, man, when the Most High comes back to redeem and give salvation to the nation of Israel. All right. All right, so let's go back to Ezekiel. We'll grab 1 and 22 real quick. We'll go back to Ezekiel. Oh yeah, I like that scripture too, the one that came after that about them pork eaters. You know what I'm saying? It says right after 16, it says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one of the tree, behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh. And the abomination of the mouth shall be consumed together with them. You know what I'm saying? So your pork chop eating past is gonna be consumed right with that pork chop. That pork chop gonna be, you know what I'm saying, gonna be killed right with it. 1 and 22. Yeah,
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And the likeness of the firmament and the firmament upon the heads of the living creatures was as the color of terrible crystal, stretched forth over their heads above.
Right, stretched forth over their heads above. So this is you know, this chariot is gonna come from the sky. They always talk about, you know, coming down, cracking the sky open. It's floating, it's a wheel within a wheel that's coming down to destroy. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it give us these examples. So those things that you see that roll within the roll, that wheels in the wheel, those are the chariots. You know what I'm saying? They got their little machines that they working on, that they copy from our scriptures. You know what I'm saying? With all their technology as well. But you know what I'm saying? We know what a lot of these so-called unidentified flying objects is. The Bible calls them chariots. All right. And so there's just a few of the scriptures, man, where they talk about chariots in the Bible. But you know what I'm saying, just for the answer to the sister's question. But I had another question that just came into me. You had anything else? Go ahead.
So is it like I've heard from
Right, yeah, that's right. That's right. Because when it talks about the 144,000 that's going to get taken up into the chariots, and it's going to be like a huge council that happens to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is what's going on. This is the 144. Y'all are the new ruling class, like a big council, and we're gonna know what's what. And they say that, you know what I'm saying, the earth gonna be destroyed with, let's say, an hour, in an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, it ain't gonna be back in a little hour. You know, we talk about like how we talk. I'll be back in a minute. You know what I'm saying? It just represents a short time. It ain't gonna take long at all. It's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be something quick. You know what I mean? So yeah, the angels gonna be up there. We gonna go up there with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Christ and the angels. Let's say gonna come back with 2,000 angels. What's that scripture? 2 million angels. We can get there. He gonna come back with like 2 million angels.
It's like it also talks about as far as how many chariots, how many angels are going to be beside the chariots to the point where it's block off the sunlight.
Man,
so it's going to be dark.
So
and it's going to be the most bloodiest massacre in the face of history.
Right. So 2 million angels is going to be in the chariots with Christ. Okay. Go ahead.
I know you understand because well, this is hard for them to fathom.
Yeah.
When you say angels, they bring you brainwashed to the angels understand your ways. Maybe they do have to, you know, if I'm just saying they being brainwashed to believe that it's just these things that fly and shoot arrows, it's foolish stuff like that. Right. So it's like when you're saying, oh, we're gonna go up with Christ, it's like people that are trying to like understand it. I don't know, it needs to be like more.
So, like, that's why you want to know, like, some description of the angel?
Yeah.
So, what's let's get description to talk about, because the angels ain't no, Beautiful. They actually look real hardcore. They got like 4 faces, 8 wings. You know what I mean? The angels don't look all, but they can take on many forms. Because like the scriptures say, like we have entertained angels unaware. And you probably talk to an angel not even know. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you to not only describe an angel, but say what an angel is.
Okay. So we finna get. You said you want to know
What is?
all right.
I'm sorry.
No, you fine. That's what we do.
As soon as you say, angels would take on any form, is there a specificness in the Bible as far as the forms they take on? Or is it just the Bible says they take on many forms and that's just that?
That's a generalization, yeah.
It says because they had taken on form as man. You remember when the angel came to see Lot, them homosexuals in Sodom and Gomorrah, like we want those men that came in there, and them was angels. So they could take on the form of man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Sorry.
And then they were another thing, even when the burning bush, they talked to Moses, they took on the form of the damn burning bush in the eye to talk to Moses when when the Lord came to Moses, telling him to go and free his people from slavery in Egypt. Go ahead.
Okay, that was when you say stuff like that, people in the world sound like so are you basically saying it was a spiritual thing as far as him? The Most High was speaking to him as far as the spirit that he could feel something or
Right,
something, but it was more spiritually as far as his inside, listening to his spirit, feeling.
Right, but the scripture said it was a literal burning bush, but it was, it was like it showed up as a burning bush, but it still was speaking to his spirit, speaking to his mind. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it was an angel, like when they talked about in the beginning with Adam, when they were saying the Lord, came looking for Adam and they went and hid. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was the angels. You know what I'm saying? That came and did do the work. Go ahead.
So this is just a little. So when people say, "Oh, I should listen to my conscience," is that that's the Lord speaking to you? Like you go somewhere dangerous and your conscience is telling you, leave. Is that the Lord, or it has to be something? It can't just be your gut, your intestines. It has to be something spiritual, giving you a guide, because it happens to everybody. And some people ignore it, some people choose to listen to it, and they end up hearing the news, this happened and such, and they were there, like something said, leave, go home now, and they listen and they go home. And then I hear my instinct told me, my gut told me, is that the Lord, or is that angel, or is that just.
And it's like it's both. It's a combination, but a lot of times people understand, like when you know the truth, you know where you should and should not be at. You know the situations you should and should not be in. You know the people you should and should not be around. Just like the Lord talk, you can be battling demons, like that demon that's telling you to sleep with this brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? That's not the Lord telling you to do that. You know what I mean? Because the Lord don't tempt you. Because the Lord don't tempt you. But when you get those feelings inside that, you do listen to that because the Lord is telling you to, hey, your spirit, regardless, like so. If let's say, we know that we ain't supposed to be hanging out, selling drugs or whatever, right? So that's a thing that's wrong to do. And you go into a place, like let's say you see your guys out on the street, you going in the hood to be around your guys, and they all out there selling dope. Everything ain't gonna tell you, you ain't supposed to be amongst these people. The scriptures say to stay away from the appearance of evil. You see what I'm saying? If you out there on the block with your guys, even though you ain't, selling no drugs, the police roll up, everybody getting stressed out. You see what I'm saying? Or if somebody having a fight, but everybody right here smoking weed in a circle, but you not smoking, but you standing in the midst of it. You see what I'm saying? How do people, somebody walk up, you see one of your students, so let's say, you see one of your kids walk up, they see you out there with all the people that smoking, they might assume that you smoking. Go ahead.
But imagine you go to an event and it's like a pure event, like painting and ladies night, and then all of a sudden you get freedom, I can go home. But you're at an event like that, it's okay to be at. There's no drugs, nothing, there's no this, but you get like a feeling, oh, time to go home now.
Yeah, that's why I said the Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord definitely be with you, letting you know. You know what I'm saying? You got that spiritual connection with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You keeping a lot, like the Lord is with the people that, the Holy Spirit is with the person that that's what the Holy Spirit is. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, like we just talked about the other day. If you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, the Lord is with you. No. If you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, the Lord is with you. You know what I mean? And so you will get that, what they call, you know what I'm saying, discernment and things like that.
Yes.
You can, you know what I'm saying, you can tell when somebody ain't right. You can read spirits on people. When somebody don't mean, you know how somebody come in, you can tell like, man, this brother's dealing with this or this sister's dealing with that. You can get that. So that is, you know, gifts that the Lord gives people. Everybody don't have that gift though, but that is, you know, everybody has their own gifts. So if you got that gift to where you can, you know, you can sense evil, you can sense negative spirit, that's a gift from the Most High. Okay, go ahead.
What I was going to say is, there's not much magic to it. You know, it is discernment. It is a gift. You know, like you don't have to. I forgot what I was going to say. You said a lot of it already. Yeah. It's a gift. You know, and one of the reasons why I say it's not much magic to it is, you know, you can practice it and increase, you know, and turn it into a skill. You know.
And it comes from listening, like you said, listening to it. Like when you hear that feeling, that thing going on telling you, hey, this situation is getting out. You see something, you read this spirit over here. You see this person got a problem, looking evil. You seeing things going on. You seeing people move. You seeing spirits. You know what I'm saying? And you start paying attention, and then you leave. Like you said, then you go turn on the news and you see something. Yeah, you listen to that gift that the Most High gave you. You know what I'm saying? To be able to discern situations and things. That is definitely a real thing. Go ahead.
So like it's just like sound like people give out what we call like bad vibes or good vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So instead of calling the body, like that brother's got a demon on.
That brother got a demon.
It's an evil spirit he got on. Then the person give you good positive vibes, might have a good spirit on something like that.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that happens all the time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I work with a lot of kids, a lot of students. You know what I'm saying? I can see when demons mess with a little kid and they come and I talk to them and they wilding out, howling, ready to hurt somebody, and I can be calm and talking to them and I done got that demon up off them. The Lord allowed me to work with me to get the demon up off the little short. And now they cool. You know, I didn't talk to them like, what's wrong with you? You know, some people come at you, why you do that? What you do? You know, you can change that whole thing up and deal with the demon. What happened to you? Who did? Who wronged? Who hurt you? You know what I'm saying? And then that little kid like, this is what happened to everybody else who came at the little shorty. This is just something that just happened the other day. So a little thing like, you know, everybody else coming at the little shorty, you know, like he's just so mean and evil. But really, you don't know what this little man just went through. You don't understand. He just was sleeping in his car all night last night with his mom and them, hadn't come to school, didn't eat nothing.
Right.
So when I said, what's wrong with you? You okay? Man, yeah, they wouldn't let me get my food. I'm hungry. I'm like, and so yeah, he mad. He wilding out. Y'all ain't hearing him. You know, and I talked to him when he got him a snack. Now he had the greatest day.
Right.
Go ahead.
So like would that be like would that be like what they call an exorcism? Like no, I'm serious. Like let's say like people they got an evil spirit, they wilding out. And then, like, you can say something to comfort them, and then their whole little spirit change. Would that be something similar to like that?
Yeah.
Without the whole little spookiness?
Without the spookiness, right? Throughout, you know, we hear exorcism.
Right.
You know, so, you know, although we use, you know what I'm saying, I ain't never heard that. You know, we balance it. We, you know, we cast demons out, you know what I'm saying?
We trying to do that,
but we do, you know what I'm saying, get rid of demons, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know, I ain't never heard nobody in school use the word exorcism. You know what I'm saying. That's a question. That's a question to be asked. If you wanna, go ahead.
The better term is casting out demons.
Casting out demons. I ain't never heard that, so I ain't gonna. You know, that's something that we use or whatever. But that is, you know, like we said, raising the dead Making the blind see. You know what I'm saying? Like brothers who out here blind to the truth, we're making them see again. Brothers who out here dead, the valley of dry bones. We bringing brothers back from the dead spiritually. You know what I'm saying? You can be alive but be dead. You know what I'm saying? You might be physically alive, you breathing and everything, but you so dead out here, you like a zombie walking. You go out there on that over there by that Greyhound station, over there by the Salvation Army, you see nothing but zombies. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay, this has got to do back with the chariots and stuff like that. Just to get clarification. So as far as sightings of the chariots, like what? I'm trying to see for something. But like they're just there, like doing what?
Right, the Lord. That's like I said. The Lord allows you to see Him. That's the Lord allowing that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what we don't know what the Lord plans is, why He do what He do. You know what I'm saying? That's just that. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, He got them up there for a reason. I know eventually they're gonna come and they're gonna destroy some things and they're gonna change some things. But when you just see Him, I have no idea, what's on the Lord's mind when we got things like that going on. Go ahead.
So the scripture you just read about I've seen a real. I looked up somebody seen the chariots and
yeah, because that was seeing a vision, right? I was gonna say, that was a vision that he was having about the end times. Just like in Revelation when John, was having all those visions and revelations about the end times. You know what I'm saying?
He had a vision. Sorry. He had a vision. What was it in like a dream form?
Well, he was a lot of times you don't got to be sleep to have a vision. You can, they call it daydreaming, and you can just, be just in a trance and see it. Have a vision. Go ahead.
Can you sleep and have a vision?
Yeah, definitely.
So do they call that dreaming as well? Or they just
you get sometimes it's a dream, sometimes it's a vision, and that's why you take those dreams, you take them to the man of the Lord and let them discern if those are a vision, if it's a vision or a dream. And the man of the Lord is the ones who throughout all time they always when they assault what they used to call a seer. Okay, go ahead. Right, and that's something that you can you can call the general about and tell him about the dream you had, and he'll let you know what it means, because that's the gift that the general will give.
So like what you just saying was just remind me of like when the story of Joseph when the Pharaoh kept on coming to Joseph telling him all the dreams that he was having, and Joseph was breaking them down for him. So it was like
he knew
so that people can break down dreams and let you know what it really is.
That's right. As I said, everybody got their own gifts. Right. So people have their own gifts to break down things. Like I said, the general mind is great. So you have any of them dreams, don't have a dream and think, you're supposed to, it could just be some weird dream you had out for being too drunk the other night. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be a real vision. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I was going to say, a difference between dream and vision. Vision are prophecies, and dream is based off your subconscious.
Right.
So a lot of times you may think that you're having a dream, but really could be a vision. But of course, that goes to the meaning.
That's right. It could be either one.
I can break it down.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we, I'm not trying to be rude. Can we get to the descriptions of the angels? And I'll tell you why I'm bringing this up. We're talking about visions. Okay. And you said that these demons got like 4 heads. Not demons, those are angels. Angels have like 4 heads and all this stuff. And you're talking about visions in dreams. And I've seen these cats in my dreams, and I didn't know whether to fight them or run away screaming, or
Who was that? I forget which prophet it was. He seen that angel in the field. He ran up on him like, "Are you here for war? Are you here for peace?" Right. He was looking so. Joshua. He pulled his sword out like, "Man, what you here for war? Or you here for peace?" That's how hardcore the angel was looking. He didn't know what it was, and the angel that told him like, I'm cool. I'm here, in peace or whatever. But so, the angels coming out, like I said, they coming out. Well, that's why I was going to say, you could have entertained the angel unknowingly, because that's because it came in a form that could have been probably a little child or something. Oh, something that was not threatening, something that didn't raise your antennas. You know what I'm saying? Some elderly person or something. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But you got that scripture, the description of the angel? Read that real quick.
Ezekiel 1:5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. Verse 6. And everyone had 4 faces.
Everyone had 4 like this ain't nothing. Look, that's completely different than that naked baby with the wings and the arrow. You know what I'm saying? Right. Keep going.
And everyone had 4 wings, and their feet were straight feet.
And so that's why, you know, they get the wings because, you know, scriptures do talk about the angels having wings. So they do it, but they just make them real gay. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do because, you know, that's what Christianity is. You know, that's the spirit that they try to push through the people. You know, that's that effeminate, you know what I'm saying, homosexual spirit. Keep going.
And the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot. And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
So now you saying they got an appearance of a man with 4 faces with the feet of, you know, hooves. That's why some of those ancient stories you will see the movies will be half man, half goat.
Half goat, yeah.
You know what I mean? Things like that.
I think they call them like centaurs.
Centaurs and all that, the horsemen. You know, and so that's where they're getting at those ideas from. All of it come from the scriptures. All them ideas they got for the mystical beings and all that come from in the scriptures. That's what an angel was like. That ain't something all sweet and something that you just think is cuddly and everything. This thing is scary. You know what I'm saying? Something that's vicious. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like the movie Percy Jackson.
Yeah. And that's where they get all of that stuff. In there. Even that movie, I don't know if y'all seen that, the Ghost in the Darkness. The Ghost in the Darkness about them 2, like it's a true story about those 2 lions. The lions that went and killed all them people.
Yeah, Brad Pitt was in it.
Was it Brad? I don't know if it was Brad. It could have been. I forget.
Didn't Brad Pitt make that miracle shot or something like that? And that African dude that was messing with the white dude, smile. I don't know. It
could have been, but it was one of them. Well, that story came out the scriptures when they, you know what I'm saying, when they sent those when they was over in that land. I forget the exact, but they was in the land that they didn't know nothing about. And the Lord sent the lions over there to kill them all. That's in the scripture. I forget the exact story. I'll get it for you, but I remember. But I remember when I seen that movie, I'm like, oh, that's why they got that movie. It's called The Ghost in the Darkness. That's a true story about over there. They had it over there, and I believe it was Africa somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They was in a land that they didn't know the gods. The scripture talks about they didn't know the gods of that land. They didn't know, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know. So they was over there worshiping, doing all type of wickedness. And the Lord sent some lions or something over there to destroy all the people. And it was a true story. They talk about that story. They got them lions like in a museum somewhere right now. You know what I'm saying? They skeleton over there. But keep going.
Verse 8, and they had the hands of a man under their wings, on their 4 sides. And they 4 had their faces and their wings. Verse 9, their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went everyone straight forward.
Right. Because you know what I'm saying? You know, brothers gotta, you know, turn their head and you got, you know, 4 faces. You know, either way you go, like they said, like their body probably just turned, so they ain't really gotta turn. But you know, but when I seen that description, I'm like, man, that's what the angel look like, but then the appearances of them when they appeared here and they appeared there. You know, they appeared as man. You know what I'm saying? They appeared as man. So, you know what I'm saying? But it's so nice. Like I said, homosexuals are trying to rape them. You know what I'm saying? So, but so what was so that's the description of the angel. What was you said you had a question about that or comment?
I was saying the description I had when I was sleeping. His face was raw. Like I ain't know. Like from the movies, you would say it was a demon. But if you're saying that they could also look rugged as angels, I don't know. Like all I know is that in some dreams I wanted to fight. Other dreams, I woke up screaming and running. I didn't know what was going on. So maybe I should get this guy.
People run from the Most High too. You know what I'm saying? When you go wrong, like you said, when the angel came to see, you know, Adam and them, they ran and hid amongst the other nations. You know what I'm saying? In the garden, when they ate of the apple and everything, in Genesis. I mean, I said the apple. They got me saying that apple when they ate up the fruit. That's how it looked. You heard the story so much. Right.
It says when God would walk through the garden, why did you say it was an angel?
Right, because that's the because the Lord, the Most High ain't walking in the garden. He said even in the beginning when he was created, he sent the angels to do his will. Right. He said, let there be light, create this and create that. That was the Lord sending his people. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like the Lord physically, just like when they say when Obama killed Saddam Hussein or whatever, did they say the name of the person who actually pulled the trigger, or did they say Obama killed Saddam Hussein? You see what I'm saying? So that's just how that goes. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't out here getting his hands dirty doing it himself. You know, the Lord, that was an angel. That's why I said the precept that was the angel in the garden is when they said the Lord came to Moses in the form of a burning bush. The Lord, literally, you know what I'm saying? That's just how you explain, like to understand that the Lord ain't literally coming down physically. He's sending his representatives in his name.
So how come in the Old Testament it's probably written by different people? But because when they say when the angel came and spoke to Mary about the baby coming, they said it was an angel. They said it was Gabriel. So why would it be God why wouldn't it be God in the beginning? But it became like they just switching up their language, like that's just how they just becomes different people, right?
Right, because it's titles. Right. God is called different things all throughout the scripture. Right. You know what I'm saying? He got so many different titles. You know what I'm saying? It's just a title. You know what I mean? And no matter who comes, you still coming in the authority of the Most High. Like regardless of what he said, he specifically said an angel, or if he comes in the name of the Father or the Son of Man or the terrible, you know what I'm saying? They got there's so many different titles, but it's only one name of the Lord in the scripture, and that's in Psalm 83. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh, which is written in English Jehovah, but Yahweh is his name. You know what I'm saying? But every other way when you hear it, it's depending on context, is a title, like Lord, like God. Like when you see God, that don't mean God. That God's supposed to is a power. Right. You know what I'm saying? When you look up that word God in the Hebrew, Elo, am I saying that right? Elohim, the word of power in the Hebrew. Elohim. Yeah, I always get that mixed up. But it means power. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different one. But
what you breaking, young man?
So
you
got something? You got something? No. Okay. So with that, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man, for the time's sake. Coming up, we got Houston, Texas, man. If y'all in the Dallas, Houston area, that southern region down there, man. This weekend we're gonna be down there the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. Man, we're gonna have an amazing lecture from General Hyman on Thursday. Friday we're gonna have camp down in Houston. And then Saturday we're gonna have a big cookout, feeding all the people, man. All blacks, Hispanics, and natives is invited. We're gonna come down to Houston, man. Everybody's gonna be down there, all the generals, captains, officers, troopers, brothers, sisters, man. It's gonna be an amazing event. If you want to get down to I.S.U.P.K, man, and come get some of this brotherhood, be in Houston this weekend. It's gonna be a glorious, glorious event. Subscribe to everything I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis. YouTube, Facebook. I'm gonna let you do the page. So with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer McCarthy.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We got an I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in the Hebrew. Mayashua, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offered for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, a really high holy day. The Feast of Tabernacles is October 12th, which is the first day of the feast. And then the last day is going to be October 20th, which is the closing of the feast.
So the Feast of what?
Feast of Tabernacles.
The Feast of Tabernacles, all right? So that's this Saturday. Make sure. Go ahead.
So what do you do?
So the Feast of Tabernacles is, you know, we have a feast, and I forget how many days, you know, they used to, in the kingdom, we'd go out on our roofs or in our yards, or, you know what I'm saying, to remember being in the wilderness, to remember not having nothing. We're getting to go to sleep in tents. But right now, we don't gotta do that because we living horribly now in our home.
Right.
Brothers living with rats and roaches and mice and little bitty one bedroom apartment with 15 people. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to go out and get a tent to remember what hell feels like.
Right.
Okay, but right now, what we do, we recognize what it was. We remember those days, go through the scriptures, have, you know, our culture, and then we have a big feast. And then we do it at the end of the Feast of Tabernacles to close it out, I believe, as well.
Still feast will come.
So the start and the end. Now, do you do it? I want to say every day we're supposed to do something, but I'm not 100% on that. But I know for sure we started. I think we closed it. I know one of them we're supposed to do every day.
Yeah, kind of.
Have a little meal every day.
Have the menorah lit up for 7 days.
Okay.
Come.
I thought, yeah, so that's the one that we, so yeah, that's so yeah, keep going, Slot.
Come. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, with that, let's say Elijah. Everybody stand. All right. Elijah Shabbat. Elijah. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh
Shabbat. The star. Let's face the sisters. Give one's courtesy salute. Elijah Shabbat. Elijah. Barak.
Yahweh Shema Yahweh Shema Shah.
All right.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's just start y'all bags over there.
Yeah, the brothers, they're gonna be if you wanna come through, you get with the brother McCarthy. He's gonna be holding down the feast and everything. You know, he'll get your information, you wanna come through, and the class is gonna be held at his crib. So you know.